Alcohol and decision making. Um, it's I find this also a very fascinating subject, in part because I put off lots of decisions when I was drinking because I was either too interested in drinking or too hungover. I made bad decisions when I was drunk. I then put off loads of stuff the following day, and then I've had to reacquaint myself with the fact that I have the ability to make decisions and have to make them and can't put them off because it's less easy to do when there isn't alcohol around. But now is a really good time to start reflecting on the decisions you made when you were drinking, because it's a powerful motivator to help keep you going. Did you send drunken texts to your exes?
I think that's probably the classic. People decide not to drink when they have a hangover and they realize that, oh, I've done that stupid thing, and that's it.
Yes, it's often a big stupid act on top of a load of small things or a number of stupid acts altogether. So sending texts to exes, leaving bosses voicemails, telling them terrible things.
Saying stupid things.
And you don't even have to be that stupid. I remember messaging somebody once saying, I had a great idea and I'd love to talk to them about it. I think this will revolutionise something or other. And then the next day they emailed me and said, excellent, what is it? And I had no idea what I had messaged them. It's sort of a bit embarrassing for my reputation, really. And although everyone can joke about it, when it begins to happen an awful lot, then you get a reputation, and that's not good. One of the other big flawed decisions, which doesn't impact on anyone but you, is the fact that you might not go to bed as soon as you say. We've been talking in the boot camp in Soho about the fact that you will maybe pour a glass of wine and sit down and watch a programme, and then either the wine will finish or the programme will finish. And so you will either put on another programme or you'll get another glass of wine, depending on which. And that cycle can continue till well past the time you promised yourself you would go to bed. And you often can end up going to bed 1, 2, even 3 hours later than you originally intended. That compounds the tiredness that you have anyway from drinking. And if you do this on a regular basis, it can be really difficult. And so you're not even making good decisions about small things that you've promised yourself to do that are for you.
Or the opposite, I used to, when I was really drunk, just fall asleep, which probably protected me from a lot of bad consequences, and drinking even more because I just fell asleep.
How do you fall asleep when there's more drink to be had? We were quite the opposite, really, weren't we? I couldn't ever have done that. So again, have a little think back of some of the things that brought you to taking a month off drinking. Think about some of those flawed decision making. Think about what you've been doing over this month and how this feels very different. And we've got an article on our website actually, but I'm very interested in how I'm beginning to trust my own gut feeling. It's taken me quite a while because I think I spent so long making such poor decisions and knowing that my decisions were poor because I was tired and hungover or I was drunk or under the influence of alcohol, that actually being able to make rational decisions every day has been quite novel, and then trusting myself to make them has been really interesting.
There's that interesting thing people sometimes say that, when you start drinking, it stops your emotional intelligence from developing. And basically, when you stop drinking, you have to start from whenever you were a teenager. No, I don't think I fully believe that that's true, but I guess there's something to it, that you can use drink to paper over all kinds of stuff. And
a really good example is what happens when you're angry. And whenever I was angry, I would have a drink. Now, whenever I'm angry, I have to think about why it is that I'm angry. And I probably have to sometimes make a decision about it. And then sometimes I get angry with myself about why I'm angry, because that's ridiculous. But now I know it, whereas I did all those things before. But they were just this continual cycle of not really working out what was wrong. So I think it's a really good point.
More research needed.